Hi folks, Tony from Staccato. Now we're going to talk about disassembly, cleaning, reassembly, and lubrication of the Staccato C2. Now the Staccato C2 is equipped with the Recoil Master recoil system. First thing you want to do is make sure there's no ammunition in the area and there's no magazine in the magwell and the firearm is completely clear. Pull back on the slide, visually inspect that chamber, allow the slide to go forward, point in a safe direction, and squeeze the trigger. Disassembly we're going to do in a series of steps. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the slide from the frame. In order to do that, you want to pull back slightly on the slide until you line up the takedown notch of the slide with the slide stop. You're then going to press the slide stop pin, removing the slide stop from the frame. You then want to remove the barrel and slide assembly from the frame. Once you remove the barrel and slide assembly, you're going to turn the slide so that the bottom of the slide is facing skyward. You then want to begin by removing the Recoil Master recoil system. You can easily remove the Recoil Master system by grasping the back of the spring assembly and pulling towards the rear portion of the slide. You'll then remove the reverse plug that is located in the spring tunnel at the forward portion of the slide. Once you remove the recoil system and the spring plug, you will then take the barrel link and push it down in the forward position. You'll then push forward on the barrel link assembly, removing the barrel from the front of the slide. Now that you've completely disassembled the pistol, let's begin cleaning. To begin the cleaning process, you want to make sure you identify those high carbon collection areas, such as the feed ramp, the frame, and the bottom of the barrel. In order to remove carbon from those high carbon collection areas, you want to use a nylon or stiff brass brush and a cleaner. Once you remove carbon from those high carbon collection areas, you want to take a rag and wipe down the outside of all the parts, paying attention to remove dirt, debris, lubrication, or excess cleaner. Using a Hoppe's bore snake, you want to insert the brass tip in the barrel at the location of the feed ramp. You will then pull the bore snake in the direction of flight of the bullet. Pulling the bore snake through the barrel will remove any excess debris, dirt, cleaner, or lubrication. Now that we've completed cleaning our firearm, it's time to reassemble. To begin reassembly, we will basically reverse the steps we previously used. Taking your slide with the bottom of the slide facing skyward, you will insert your barrel from the front of the slide with the feed ramp back towards the rear of the slide. Before insertion in the slide, you want to make sure that the barrel link is in the forward position. Once you've inserted the barrel inside of the slide, you're then going to move the barrel link to the skyward position. You're then going to insert the reverse plug with the small end first in the bottom portion of the spring tunnel of the slide. You will then take your Recoil Master assembly, ensuring that the U-shaped portion of the Recoil Master is facing down towards the barrel. You will depress the Recoil Master spring and insert the spring assembly into the slide directly behind the barrel link. With your thumb retaining the Recoil Master assembly into the slide and barrel assembly, you'll then turn the slide so that the bottom of the slide is now facing downward. You'll ensure the barrel link is in the downward position. You'll begin to insert the frame rails into the slide rails of the slide. As you move the frame forward towards the end of the barrel, you will create the relationship between the slide and the frame. As you move the slide rearward, you will notice through the slide stop hole in the frame, the alignment of the slide stop, the barrel link, and the right side of the slide. Once you've created that alignment, you will insert the slide stop pin into the frame. You will then pull back on the slide until the slide stop notch aligns with the rounded portion of the slide stop. You will then continue to push the slide stop until it completely seats in the frame. Now that we've reassembled the handgun, let's perform a functions check. Pretty simple. Pull back on the slide, cock the hammer, engage the safety. Squeeze the trigger while pointing the gun in a safe direction, and it should not fire. Then, while pointing in the same safe direction, disengage the safety, squeeze the trigger, and the gun should fire. Now that we've performed a functions check, let's lubricate our handgun. We want to start with the forward portion at the top of the barrel. We're going to put a bead of lubrication here. We're then going to pull back the slide, locking it to the rear. We're then going to place a bead of lubrication, 4 or 5 drops on the forward portion of the barrel. We're going to place the same amount of lubrication on the recoil system. We're then going to flip the handgun over, place a few drops of lubrication in the right side rails of the slide and the left side rails of the slide. We're then going to cycle the slide vigorously, making sure that that lubrication reaches all the small, fine operating parts. We're going to wipe off the excess and we're ready to go. Now that you've disassembled, cleaned, reassembled, and lubricated your Staccato C2, you're ready for the range. For more information about Staccato, visit staccato2011.com.
For more information on any of our Hoppe's products, visit hoppes.com.